fights, he knocked out 3 all-time greats.
Holloway.
Yeah, Holloway, Alexander, Volkanovski, who's like one of the greatest featherweights of all time, knocked him out. Knocked out Max Holloway, another one of the greatest featherweights of all time.
Right.
And then Charles Oliveira, one of the greatest lightweights of all time.
Amazing.
He knocks out 3 guys in 3 fights. There's no one has a resume like that.
And he's not like, as I understand, he was a Greco-Roman guy.
Joe Rogan highlighted Ilia Topuria's incredible confidence, noting he celebrated before a title fight and still scored a first-round knockout. Pierre Poilievre added that Topuria's quick recovery from a heavy head kick showcased his elite resilience.
He celebrated his victory the night before. He had a party to celebrate the night before the fight, and then went out and knocked Charles out in the first round, and said he was going to knock Charles out in the first round.
That's incredible.
One punch, boom.
But you know what impresses me most about him is how he got up after that kick to the head he took.
I know.
That was
Jai
incredible.
Herbert, yeah.
And you know who else did that was GSP. Remember when GSP took that head kick and he went down, but he recovered quickly?
Yep.
And he was talking to me about how, because I said to him, like in politics, you get hit, right?
Arman Sarukian made it clear that a showdown with Ilia Topuria would be huge, believing their matchup would split opinion right down the middle. He argued that with both athletes at their peak, and warned that delaying this fight could frustrate supporters and put pressure on the UFC to make it happen.
It has to be you next. If it's not you next, then we have a massive problem.
Me?
It has to be you, Arman. Come on.
Problem gonna have my fans with UFC. Me, I'll stay out of the problem.
There's no one else. It's one of the biggest fights the UFC can do. You versus Ilia, if he wins, and I think he's gonna win, it's a gigantic fight.
Yeah, can you imagine me versus Ilia on the White House? Everybody gonna talk about that fight.
White House, no White House.
Yeah.
Who cares? Put it anywhere. Put it in Madrid.
Yeah, great fight because we are both on young and on our prime, and like 50% gonna think I'm gonna win, 50% gonna think Ilia gonna win, and it's gonna be like a massive fight.
We're all chomping at the bit to see you fight for the UFC World Title. When do you reckon you're gonna enter back in the octagon?
This summer. This summer I'll fight. That's for sure this summer for the belt, any belt.
Any belt.
It's a BMF, it's a real belt, so.
George Masvidal also agreed that facing Ilia Topuria could be a career-defining moment for Justin Gaethje, and not in his favor. He suggested Topuria's precision and skill would dominate the fight, leaving Gaethje exhausted and mentally drained, and cautioned that recovering confidence or momentum afterward could be a serious challenge.
Bad in the fight, but he also didn't look phenomenal.
I enjoyed the fight. You know, as far as technique, it was more of like kind of a bar type fight, but I mean, Gaethje dropped him like so many times. Yeah. It was crazy. And I enjoyed watching that fight. That was really good.
I think Ilia does Gaethje even worse, you know.
And dude, honestly, that's pretty fucking scary.
He doesn't.
I don't think
he doesn't. They're in another level.
Yeah,
I've trained with Ilia plenty since like his first UFC fight. I was calling it back then. This guy's gonna be champ. I'm telling you. He's gonna beat the fucking brakes. He retires Homer Simpson that day on the fucking cake. He'll never come back into fighting that dude.
Fucked. I mean,
Homer Simpson's gonna fucking. He's not walking that out when alive. I think he just flatlines him.
Meanwhile, John Anik expressed confidence that Ian Gary is next in line to challenge Islam Makhachev, calling him the most deserving contender and the clear choice for the matchup. He admits Morales is also deserving a contender.
So sometimes I just throw my hands up and wonder what exactly is the internal promotional metric or the driving force that would give Ian Machado Gary this title shot as opposed to, say, Michael Morales. Is it a matchup thing? Do they maybe make more money if one guy's the champion? I don't exactly know the extent to which Ian Machado Gary moves needles versus Michael Morales, but I think straight meritocracy based on the body of work, despite the Ecuadorian Morales' undefeated record and the wildly sensational win over Sean Brady. I think based upon the body of work for Machado Gary, his willingness to step up all the time, even in the protest main event in Kansas City, I just feel like Makhachev versus Machado Gary is the fight. And I think it's a fascinating stylistic matchup as well. I think Morales eventually is going to get there. Looks like an absolute world beater. But depending on what sort of their internal methodology is, I think Machado Gary is going to be the guy, and I think he's the most deserved.
Joe Rogan also warned Justin Gaethje about the danger Ilia Topuria presents, noting that even with a smaller frame, Topuria's technique, accuracy, and confidence make him lethal. He emphasized that Topuria can finish fights in an instant, describing him as having a touch of death, and warned that underestimating him would be a costly error.
Ilia Topuria is.
Fuck.
God damn that dude.
Dude, I love Justin. I'm a fan. I don't like this matchup for him.
Well, you know what? I mean, Justin knows what he's getting into, and it's hard to count that dude out. He's such an animal.
Yeah, he can land the shot, but...
And it's in the White House. Who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? But that dude has the touch of death.
Yeah.
He has the touch of death.
And he's not a big guy. I've never seen him in person, but I was talking to somebody recently, and they said, no, he's 5'7", you know.
He's small, man. He's not big.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a photo of me standing next to him when we did the podcast. We're standing next to each other. He's much smaller than me. And, bro, he puts people into the shadow realm.
Yeah.
It's just technique and confidence. His confidence is crazy. He had a victory party for the Oliveira fight the night before.
Drinking wine. I saw.
I don't think he was drinking wine.
No?
I think he was drinking water the night before, but he has drank wine in weigh-ins.
Yeah.
When he's getting ready to weigh in, the weight cut.
Ilia Topuria credited his 14-year-old self for shaping the fighter he is today, saying his early choices and mindset laid the foundation for his success. Reflecting on his journey, he admitted he sometimes worried and suffered more than necessary, and suggested that his younger self would remind him to enjoy the journey and trust that challenges eventually pass.
A Ilia, de 14 años. Yo lo que le diría a Ilia de 14 años, realmente tengo poco que decirle porque ese Ilia de 14 años me ha traído hasta aquí. Porque yo siempre digo que donde estamos hoy es un reflejo de nuestros pensamientos y acciones del pasado. Y ese Ilia de 14 años, yo creo que ha estado pensando bien y ha tomado buenas acciones. Lo que tal vez sí que le diría es, en algunos momentos me he preocupado más de la cuenta. En algunos momentos he sufrido más de la cuenta. No sé, lo he vivido de otra forma y tal vez me dijera que no me preocupe tanto, que disfrute de cada experiencia y que todo pasará.
Ahead of the White House clash, Joe Rogan has praised Ilia Topuria as an exceptional talent, emphasizing how he has consistently dominated top-level opponents. He noted that Topuria's skill, power, and timing set him apart, creating a resume that few fighters in MMA can rival.
What David Goggins calls uncommon amongst uncommon men.
Want some more coffee?
No, thank you. I'm good, thank you. He's a freak. I mean, he's just incredibly talented. Weirdly talented. Like his last 3 fights, he knocked out 3 all-time greats.
Holloway?
Yeah, Holloway, Alexander, and Charles Oliveira. So that's crazy. Volkanovski, who's like one of the greatest featherweights of all time, knocked him out. Knocked out Max Holloway, another one of the greatest featherweights of all time.
Right.
And then Charles Oliveira, one of the greatest lightweights of all time.
Amazing.
He knocks out 3 guys in 3 fights. There's no one has a resume like that.
And he's not like, as I understand, he was a Greco-Roman guy.
Right.
And
initially.
he became a boxer later on.
He's just
How do you describe
talented.
So I'm not knowledgeable in this area.
On the other hand, Arman Sarukian believes moving up in weight could be a big payday for Ilia Topuria.
It's gonna be smart for him to move up and make a lot of money, and even if he lose to Islam, people say, oh, you know, he take the chance to fight for the 3rd belt. And can imagine if he beat Islam, he's gonna be a legend in this sport. You know, 3 belts. No one done it before.
But that means if he would go up there and win, then you don't get to fight him.
What about if he lose? He comes back and I beat him again and the UFC got him out.
Yeah.
That's the best thing.
However, Justin Gaethje brushed off any message for Ilia Topuria, making it clear he's focused on strategy over words. He explained that he trusts his coach to study Topuria, craft the game plan, and guide him through training, leaving the fight to speak for itself.
Do you have a message for Ilia Topuria if he's watching this?
No. No, I don't give a
message will be in the
I
octagon.
don't give a fuck. I control my thoughts. I control my emotions. I won't give him the time of day. I'll, rely on my coach to watch him a lot. I've seen him fight, obviously, but I don't really go back and watch these guys. I really rely on my coach. I watched Patty today. I watched Patty and Chandler today. But I really rely on my coach to create a game plan and instill it into training. And yeah, this is so fast. I have no idea what the fuck's going on right now.
Meanwhile, Chael Sonnen also shares that it's tough to feel excitement for Islam Makhachev's fights because of how dominant he appears. He explained that Makhachev has reached a level of skill where imagining an opponent standing up to him feels almost impossible.
I don't think that there is an exciting fight out there for Islam, which, by the way, when I say I felt like a jerk about it, it wasn't to insult. Islam is great. I fully get Islam's greatness. I'm saying I don't think there's an exciting fight. I think Islam has gotten to that level of greatness where it's hard to think that somebody can deal with that. And if you can't make believe that somebody can deal with that, you cannot be excited for the fight. This is my contention.
Ilia Topuria even issued a sharp warning to Justin Gaethje ahead of their White House showdown. Ilia Topuria said, "Justin, see you at the White House. I'm not someone who humiliates people. It will be quick. When you wake up, everything will already be over." Joe Rogan highlighted just how ruthless Ilia Topuria is, calling him a crazy talented with a lethal instinct. He pointed out that Topuria's grappling is elite, capable of controlling opponents on the ground, and in some ways as formidable as his striking. Rogan stressed that the blend of technique, confidence, and submission prowess makes Topuria a threat in every phase of a fight.
But he's crazy talented.
For sure.
In
For
a
sure.
weird way.
Whatever it is, he has it. He has it.
He's got it in his mind. He's got it in his technique. His grappling's fun. I watched a video of him grappling with Merab, and he was all over Merab.
And
that's crazy.
That's what they say. His grappling's just as good, if not better, than his stand-up.
That's where he started.
I've never seen
as a
it.
grappler.
I've never seen him grapple though.
Well, he finished Bryce Mitchell on the ground, and he's finished a few people on the ground. He does clearly have phenomenal submission ability.
However, Ali Abdelaziz revealed that if Ilia Topuria hadn't accepted the fight, Justin Gaethje would have faced Arman Sarukian. He added that the agreement with Gaethje came together almost instantly, and Topuria only ended up on the White House card because Gaethje was already scheduled to compete.
One of the things too, I think Ilia, if he didn't take the Justin fight, it might be got vacated, and Justin fought with Arman Sarukian too. It was a lot of conversation, and it's happened in the middle of the night, and a lot of people put work into this, On my part, I was ready, my guys was ready to fight, it was good to go. Justin Gaethje took me 5 minutes to make a deal for him. It didn't take hours, it didn't take all night, it didn't take this, it didn't take this, it was easy, and that's it. Justin Gaethje, he was in UFC 300, Ilia was not. Justin Gaethje was on the UFC launch, Paramount Network. Ilia was not. Justin Gaethje is the main event in the White House. And the only reason Ilia is on the White House, because Justin Gaethje is fighting.
Sean Brady predicted that Islam Makhachev would dominate Ian Garry on the ground, likely securing a submission. He pointed to past moments where other fighters put Garry in tough grappling positions, suggesting that facing someone of Makhachev's skill would make it a long and difficult night for him.
You mentioned earlier you think there's a bit of a logjam at 170, and it sounds like you think Ian should get the Islam fight. Do you think?
Yeah.
Do you think he can beat him?
No. And I know people are going to say like, I'm a hater of Ian.
No, it's your opinion.
I just don't think that his style, I think Islam will get him down, and I think Islam will probably submit him. If you look where Shavkat had Ian, if you look where MVP had Ian in a weird grappling spot, he's able, people can get to him, and if someone like Islam gets to him, which I think he would, it would be a long night for Ian.
Ilia Topuria has been focusing on bicep workouts to boost his overall strength and enhance his training regimen. On the other hand, Islam Makhachev reacted to a photo of Ilia Topuria and Michael Morales together, leaving a comment that caught fans' attention and hinted at his interest or perspective on the matchup. Meanwhile, Ilia Topuria has been training relentlessly for his showdown with Justin Gaethje, sharpening every skill and power move as he aims to knock out a fourth legendary opponent in a row. Michael Morales acknowledged Islam Makhachev's legendary status, but made it clear he's ready to challenge for the belt. He said that while excuses have delayed the matchup, he respects Islam's achievements, yet remains driven by his own hunger to claim the title.
La primera pregunta que te tengo que hacer es, ¿crees que vas a ser tú el siguiente para enfrentar a Islam Makhachev?
Si Dios lo permite, sí, estamos buscando esa pelea con él. Ya nos pusieron un par de excusas por ahí para no pelear, pero yo estoy dispuesto 100%. Si me dicen que aquí a mañana tengo la pelea por el título, lo voy a aceptar. Y si me dicen que no, pues esperaré mi momento. Pero ahorita estoy enfocado en eso, en buscar la pelea con el título.
¿Y cómo te imaginas en tu cabeza una pelea contra Islam Makhachev?
No, dándolo todo. Y pues no voy a quitarle mérito a mi rival, porque ya lo considero un rival, Islam.
Arman Tsarukyan further confirmed he's prepared to step in if anything disrupts the Ilia Topuria versus Justin Gaethje clash, and he will be available as a backup fighter.
So he has a coming up fight, and now he said, yeah, if UFC tell me fight Arman, I'll take it. But he has a fight coming up. I'm a backup for that fight. I'm going to be ready if something happens, and I'm going to stay active.
On the other side, there are also rumors of a fight between Islam and Ian Garry, as the Irish fighter is continuously calling out the Dagestani champion. However, Michael Morales makes it clear that he has a strong dislike for Ian Garry. Michael Morales said, "I do hate Ian Garry. I don't have a very good vibe. Yeah, I do get a little bit annoyed, but at the end of the day, he is still a fighter. I think that if I were to fight him, it would be the first time I fight in a very aggressive way, which I haven't yet done." That's all we have from today's video, and we hope you enjoyed it. Share your thoughts in the comments section, and don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel for more amazing MMA videos.